Hello everyone and welcome back to Oscar's Cozy Corner. Today I'm taking a quick dive into an update straight from Gameloft about the bugs that many of us have been facing in Disney Dreamlight Valley since the launch of the Storybook Vale expansion pass. Grab a cuppa, settle in and let's chat through what's happening. So Gameloft have finally addressed some of the top issues that we've all been struggling with. Now I know that not everybody is experiencing every issue on this list. However, in their latest tweet, they have confirmed that they are closely monitoring feedback, so yes, they are listening, and they have shared details of the fixes coming in the So Delightful update on December 4th. So that is just next week, so fingers crossed there's not too long to wait. Let's break it down and take a look at each one of these. First up, we do have quest blockers. Now, these are quite high priority because they're basically game breaking, or at least game stopping, because you can't progress any further. So if you have been trying to progress with the Archery and Arch Rivals quest, but you've run into missing posters or perhaps even NPC conversations that just won't trigger, then good news. That should be fixed next week. Also, for anyone stuck on the Company of the Wolf, where items are buried around Flynn's home, now they're either missing or spawning in impossible to dig spots, so that is being addressed too. Unfortunately, if you have placed Flynn's home kind of like up in the Library of Lore, because we can decorate inside or anywhere that doesn't have a diggable substrate in the biome, those items do not spawn, so you won't be able to progress that, and that is quite an early quest. So unfortunately, if you are struggling with that, it is going to be another week, but at least they are acknowledging that it is an issue, because we all know it is, and that they are fixing it. Hopefully this means no more backtracking, staring at your screen in frustration, or just closing the DLC down because you can't progress any further. Speaking of frustration, there are inaccessible items, so obviously everybody pretty much knows about the flowers spawning under the bridge in the bind at this point. Those do seem to finally get sorted. This one has been particularly annoying because, let's face it, we don't have time to play Flower Detective when we've got to tidy up our biomes and unlock all of the storybook magic. It also doesn't help that some of the quests do require yellow flowers, which obviously if you end up getting flowers spawning under there that you can't access because it's a game-breaking bug, it completely crashes a game that you have to quit. You can't progress that quest. So technically that is a quest blocker as well. You can see here that I'm getting a line. I only have one more space to go and then it'll be a full line of items. So I don't know how long this is going to take to fill. However, fingers crossed by next Wednesday, it should all be fixed and we can pick them up again as normal. Another fix coming our way does involve Inkies. Now, Inkies have been a little weird. It did feel like they weren't really respawning, or at least they weren't respawning at rapid rates. But right now, some players have also noticed that removing Inkies doesn't always count towards the duties and achievements. That does seem like a little bug. Well, it is a little bug because they've acknowledged it, but that should be resolved soon as well. So fingers crossed, no more wasted effort if you're trying to save the Inkies to count towards those duties, or maybe you just want that task to go away. Now, while this is a great start, Gameloft's update didn't quite cover everything. I have seen that some players have reported mossy logs spawning over the water in the bind, making them impossible to collect as well. I haven't had that issue personally, but I know that it can be difficult because I believe, again, that one of the quests requires that you remove those logs for Merida. So if you remove them initially, I think you get away with it, and then they respawn on the water, which throws issues afterwards. However, if they're respawning on the water initially, you just can't complete it, unfortunately. So again, another quest breaking one, not ideal, but let's hope that that is on their radar as well. I also know that villagers that are assigned as snippet hunters, I believe, they're running around the biome and then they're kind of like shooting off in another direction. Again, I haven't had this issue. I do have Merida as a snippet hunter. However, I have not run into this issue myself. However, I can imagine it is very glitchy and very unhelpful. Fingers crossed that these issues are also quietly included in the patch, or they should be hopefully addressed relatively soon after. I'll admit, it is reassuring to see Gameloft actively communicating with us about these issues. They haven't always done that in the past, so it is nice to see. The bugs can be frustrating, I totally get that, but it is a reminder that they are at least working hard behind the scenes to try and improve our gameplay experience. Does that mean these bugs should have been in the game in the first place? No, of course not. However, we have been asking for more communication, and it does seem like they are making an effort, at least, to let us know what is going on and when we can expect some bug fixes to arrive. It is also worth noting here how important it is to keep submitting your feedback. If you're experiencing something unusual, like a new bug or an issue that you haven't mentioned, don't keep it to yourself. Gameloft's community team definitely relies on us to help them identify these problems, and the more detailed we are, the quicker they can get to work on fixes. I believe that the best method to submit bug fixes or bugs you're experiencing is to go over to the Discord channel, and I think that there is multiple channels within the Discord for all sorts of kind of categories. So head over there, let them know what you're experiencing, and fingers crossed, it'll be sorted very soon. One other thing to note, if you have purchased the Magical Edition and you've noticed that your Moonstones and cosmetics are still missing, you are not alone. They have addressed it again, and they've confirmed that they're actively investigating the issue, and from what they've said, it kind of sounds like they're working out who is now owed what, and hopefully they can spend the time making sure that everyone gets what they're entitled to, especially because you've paid for it. What do you think about this update from Gameloft about the bug fixes? Are the fixes that they've outlined going to help you, or are there bigger issues that you're still waiting to see resolved? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what's been bothering you the most in Dreamlight Valley lately, but also what you love the most, because I feel like the love outweighs the frustration at the moment, if you're not experiencing a game-breaking bug, that is. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe for more updates, guides, and all things cozy. I'll see you soon for more Dreamlight Valley adventures. Take care, and I will see you in the Vale.